Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
What kind of camera was it, though?
It happened to be, maybe to me, like a professional camera, but
Well, what
that's
does that
a guess.
mean, professional camera?
A camera that takes a lot of pictures, nice, big, like this.
Okay, that's that. We can all have that.
I know,
Lots
that's
of
what I'm
people do.
saying.
Have you been to a soccer game?
These are the plaintiffs, Stephen and Luz Spitzer. Stephen says they hired the defendants to photograph their wedding, and the lunatic flipped out at the reception because one of their guests had a nice camera. He actually told him not to take pictures because he had the exclusive right to photograph the wedding. An argument ensued. The defendant shoved the guest. They have it on video, and now he won't give them the pictures they paid for. They're suing for $5,000, the amount they're due. This is the defendant, Frank Calabro. He says the plaintiff signed a contract stating no other professional photographers could take pictures. And lo and behold, there was another professional photographer at the reception. This hack started standing in front of them, started copying his artistic shots, and his flash was throwing off his exposures. After the cake cutting, he left and has been editing their pictures ever since and is shocked they're suing him today. He's accused of wrecking a wedding. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,875 for 77 and a half hours of photo editing at $50 an hour.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
welcome.
Stephen Spitzer?
Yes.
And Luz Spitzer?
Yes.
You are suing Frank Calabro, doing business as Che Francois Photography, for $5,000, $3,500 that you paid him for wedding photography, $300 that you paid him for a makeup artist, and $1,200 for emotional distress. You have a counterclaim against him for $3,875 for 77 hours of photo editing. You already have the $3,500, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's going on?
Your Honor, actually, my mom introduced us to the defendant, and he showed us a little bit of his photography work, so we decided to go with him.
Let me see the contract that you have with him. And if you have a copy of the contract, let me see yours too. I want to make sure everybody's looking at the same thing.
You're welcome.
This says $3,500 includes what? What's scribbled there? I don't know what that is.
That says Galaxy Tab.
What's that?
What I do for clients is I usually give them an iPad or a Galaxy Tab, whatever they choose, and I put all the pictures and thumbnails on the tablet. It is going to look good, but you can't print off of it.
So you can't print them out from the tablet. Or you could, but they wouldn't be good.
You could try.
But it wouldn't be good.
It wouldn't be good, and it's copyright infringement.
All right, so what went wrong?
Well, we had a reception, and I had a guest. One of our guests happened to bring a camera. We didn't know that he was going to bring a camera. I didn't know that you were supposed to tell your guests don't bring a camera. And he started taking pictures as well.
Why would you have to tell your guests don't bring a camera? What kind of camera was it, though?
It happened to be, maybe to me, like a professional camera, but
Well, what
that's
does that
a guess.
mean, a professional camera?
A camera that takes a lot of pictures, nice, big, like this.
Okay, that's that. We can all have that.
I know,
Lots
that's
of
what I'm
people do.
saying.
Have you been to a soccer game? All right,
No,
what I would
that's
like
what
to
I'm
know is
saying.
what did you mean by a professional camera? Because you say they violated the contract, they had another photographer there with a professional camera. What do you mean by professional?
Yes, professional camera consists of a DSLR, anything that could take a DSLR photograph. I allow cell phones, and I allow small little tiny cameras.
Okay, but I have like a Nikon whatever, and mine has a big lens and all that. What?
That's a professional camera.
But you can't tell me to put away my camera. Is that what happened?
That's what I did.
Tell me, but you don't have a right to do that. So tell me how it went down.
I went up to the gentleman who claims he was a professional photographer for the last 20 years, and I says, listen, you cannot have a camera like this. You're throwing off my flash. I have evidence of that. You're getting in the way. The man was literally trying to go behind and copy my shots, my angles, okay? And I could show you in pictures where we first had contact. Over 200 pictures were ruined. I had called my partner, and I asked her, what should we do?
Who's your partner?
This is Myra. She's also a business partner in Chez Francois. And so I have like about 35 pictures. You could thumb through them.
Yeah. And that the other guest with the camera is going to be in him?
Yes, he's in every one, and you can see as you progress, he's getting bolder and bolder. I could point him out.
Yeah, what I'd like you to do is come right over here. Okay.
Could I just take this?
Yeah.
I can't see. He's right here.
Okay.
That's a full-size DSLR that I would use.
Who is this guy? You know who the guest is, don't you know?
We know that's his coworker.
That's my coworker.
And he
We
has a
invited
camera
him.
with that big old flash
That's
thing on
correct,
it?
Your Honor.
We didn't know he was going to bring that.
And I mean, there was plenty more.
He's like, where's Waldo? He's in every single picture with the camera. But to be honest with you, I would know not to get in the way of the photographer this way. I mean, that's kind of. But there's a photographer in the picture taking.
Well, keep going. You'll see.
Yeah, he's not a professional
you'll see the
photographer,
worst.
so that's not what your contract. Okay, so really, what happened is you have. Oh, you look beautiful. Ay, qué linda. So you had a fight with a guest and you got mad. Go ahead and go back, please. So you have a fight with the guest over it, and the guest doesn't like it. What does he end up saying to you?
He's very nasty. And what ended up happening
How many
was-
times did you go up to him?
Oh, at least 5, 6.
And you just kept telling him what?
I said, listen, you got to put the camera down. You're in the shot. Get away from the picture. You know. And he claimed, well, I've been doing
So
this
at
for
any
20
point in
years.
time, did you bring it up to the attention of the bride or the groom?
Absolutely. I went up to the dais and I went up to him and I said,
You're
listen,
talking about at the reception.
yes, at the
Okay.
reception.
Yeah,
I says,
yeah.
listen, you're breaching your contract.
That's what you said?
That's not
Yes.
true.
I says,
You
this
said
guy.
you're breaching your contract?
Yeah.
What finishing school did you go to?
I don't know.
Honest to God, this is like a really emotional day for people. You can't just express
Exactly.
yourself in a different way. You can't say, listen, this is your beautiful
Well, I'm
day.
getting
And
to the point.
watch how I do it. And I'm not even that suave, all right? Listen, this is your beautiful day. These pictures are going to come out beautiful, but I need your help with something. I'm having a little bit of a problem with one of your guests. I know your guests want to take pictures, but I really need him to stop taking pictures exactly when I am, because he's in every shot. It's not going to look good later. You're going to regret it later. And if you don't care, I don't care. It's your wedding, your pictures. Because at the end of the day, it isn't your wedding. Who is your partner? Just a business partner, or are you married?
Business partner.
Are you married?
No, we're not married.
Are you dating?
No.
Okay. No. There's a lot of hesitation there, so you're making me nervous.
Together.
All right. So
They're not dating.
you don't. Why are you making that face?
Because
They live together.
Oh, maybe I asked the wrong question.
Yeah.
Are you roommates or are you romantic?
No, we date.
You do or you do? I'm just trying to get, because I need to know the nature of the relationship between you and the witness who's about to
We
testify.
date.
You date? Okay, all right. It's difficult. So he comes up to you and he tells you you're in breach of the contract, yada, yada, yada. What do you say to him?
He never, Your Honor, came up to me during the duration of the day to explain.
Good, I feel better. Because I think he made himself look terrible. So you're telling me he did not come up to you and say
No,
you're in
Your
breach
Honor,
of-
whatsoever.
What did he say?
Nothing, because he
We
never
just
came up to me.
Your Honor, that's not accurate.
After the defendant came to me and said, I need to tell our guests to stop taking pictures, I told the defendant that this is my wedding day, and the only thing I needed was to take care of my new wife. So
That
you
was-
might see where I would think that you were saying that, he came up to you and said something to you that day.
I did.
I cannot recall what he said, and I don't recall, Your Honor, what that he came up to me.
Let me just ask you a question. What do you say he answered you when you came up to him?
Okay, I'll take care of it. So I trusted him to take care of it because.
But if he doesn't, it's his wedding. I didn't feel like taking care of it, and that's it. You just take your pictures as best you can.
And that's exactly what I did.
Is it because according to them, you got into a swearing match with them, where all of a sudden it's like you breached the contract,
No.
and then you weren't providing the tablet?
No.
That's what he says
No.
happened.
No.
Well, did you provide the tablet?
No, I did not.
Okay, why not?
There were extenuating circumstances.
What?
Why? Because I went over the contract with him line by line. I explained everything to him. He was going to get
Once
this.
again, I want you to listen to me. Do you have any evidence that that was a paid professional photographer who was there to compete against you and your ability to sell your pictures later?
No.
Right. He had already paid you in full. He just wants you to do your job and hand over the tablet with the pictures. And you haven't done it, and the answer is why?
I didn't give him the tablet because when we went down there, his mother informed us while he was on the phone that Stephen intends to take the tablet to CVS or Rite Aid and get these pictures done for 39 cents each. Why do we have to pay you?
Your insurance policy that they order pictures from you is the only insurance policy you have, which is that in full resolution, they're only going to get a 2x3, maybe they can try. So they're going to have to probably buy stuff from you. You still have to do your part, which is show up, take the pictures to the best of your ability, put them on the website for people to buy if they want to, and hand them a Galaxy tablet that has all of their little pictures. It is not a breach of the contract to have a guest with a really good camera. It's not. I just read in your complaint, you have a video of him with the confrontation?
Yes.
Can I see that?
Sure.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, can this photographer demand that nobody else in the wedding take pictures with a flash?
No.
Why?
Because if it wasn't agreed upon ahead of time, you can't make decisions like that during the wedding.
Then again, he has to produce professional pictures. How's he going to do it if flashes are going on? That was a good question, huh?
Definitely. I don't know.
Okay, what do you say?
I
You don't know either. Who knows?
I think that the bride and the groom are in charge of making sure that no one with flash is taking pictures.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
While he's looking for that and getting that lined up, tell me what your counterclaim of $3,800 is for.
The $3,800 represents 77.5 hours of editing that
What are you talking about? You already collected $3,500 and gave him nothing.
Right.
What planet are you living on?
What happens in wedding photography, Your Honor, how we get compensated for the photo editing is that you buy pictures. Now,
How about you get compensated for the photo editing by paying $3,500 for you to show up, take the pictures, edit them, make them good ones so we might want to buy them? By the way, he took down your wedding pictures, right?
Yes, he did.
So did you get the pictures from a friend, from coworker?
We got some of those pictures.
Are they
yes, we
good?
did. Yeah, they're good.
When did they ever come back? Because they came back, according to you.
On December 4th, when he got the notice that we were suing him, he
Then
went
they
to my
came
mom,
back, huh?
And they came back. But I said, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm just going to go to court my day and go from there.
This is real simple, okay? You're wrong. You are wrong legally. I find that you are wrong legally. Now we're in a position where you have pictures on a Samsung Galaxy, but you don't want the Samsung Galaxy from this fellow with the bid. You're done. What you want is money back. Tell me about the makeup artist and why you should get that money back.
Okay, so the makeup artist, he told me, because he says, I could get you a makeup artist so that way your pictures don't come out shiny, and if you're sweating, it was hot that day and stuff like that. I said, okay, good. He said, it's going to be $300. I said, okay, fine. Well, the makeup artist is supposed to come to my house to do my makeup. By the time she came to my house, I was already putting my makeup.
What time was she supposed to be there?
By 1:30.
And what time did she get there?
She got there around 2 o'clock, but I already started putting my own makeup.
When she came, did she perfect on whatever makeup you had already put on your eyes?
A little bit.
Okay. Is the makeup artist here or no?
No, she's not.
Okay. The bottom line is that you got paid in full before the wedding, including for the makeup artist, right?
Yes.
All right, let me ask you a question. You have this queued up to him having the confrontation with a guest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I think I already saw what I'm supposed to see, but it wasn't that bad. It was him leaning over and explaining to him to get out of the way. The guy was aggressive. I'm watching. This is actually really bad for you, that little bit, because I am watching, because it kind of tells me, and that's not your fault. That's, your guest meant well. But, he's got that Mac Daddy flash going and all kinds of stuff, which is disruptive. And he's leaning over and saying whatever he's saying to him about, look, you're disrupting me. But see, once you do your part and say you need to stop it and the guy doesn't, that's it. Then your pictures are your pictures. You got into a situation where your fear that you were being disrespected ended up taking over your better judgment, okay?
This this is about my work. And when people display my work, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect for them, first of all, and I want it to be perfect because this is how we get referrals.
So why don't you just give, this? You think this is better than just handing them the tablet with the pictures?
Yes, Your Honor, I was angry that his pictures were not coming out perfect.
Really? Because he's not angry, he just wants the pictures. All you had to do was a very simple task. Buy a couple $100 Samsung Galaxy, hand him the proofs, and you'd be done. So now I am in a position where I have to decide how much of the money you spent you get returned to you. You have a counterclaim against him for $3,875, which is laughable. You will get not a penny of that counterclaim because none of that is a contract you struck. You already have $3,500 of their dollars, and yet they don't have what you were supposed to provide. So on your counterclaim, zero. You're suing for $1,200 for emotional distress. You're mad you didn't get pictures, so now you want $1,200 for that. No. You're mad about the makeup artist. When you have your makeup done by a stranger, it is not uncommon to grab the thing and just say, hey, I want a little more here, a little more there. That's her prerogative. It's her choice how her face looks. The face is on her. But you don't get to then say later, oh, I want my whole $300 back because they didn't do what they were saying. I don't want to hear it. You're done. It's $300 for a makeup artist, okay?
Okay.
You're done on the makeup artist. You don't get that. Now let's talk about the real nitty-gritty, which is a $3,500 for wedding photography. Because I have to ask myself, what did you get? Did you end up ever ordering any of the pictures that he took?
No, we didn't order any of the pictures.
And none of the family did either.
Well, they were trying, but they couldn't get in.
So you it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You ended up in the position you were fearing through your own fault because you wouldn't just do what you had to do. If you had given them the tablet at any point in time before we walked in here, it'd be over. That's all you had to do. And instead you didn't, and now I'm supposed to declare what the value of your presence and your work is when the value of your presence and your work is zero. Because they didn't get the value of any of it.
No.
Wow. All right, we're gonna do a little rough justice here, taking into account everything that happened and how it happened. And I am going to order you to return 2/3 of the fee and return to them $2,333. Verdict for the plaintiff, that's my judgment on your counterclaim 0.
Well, the newlyweds have just gotten back 2/3 of what they paid the photographer. Right over here on next to me. And tell me what's your first reaction to this outcome
Well,
here?
the judge didn't give me a chance to really explain the case.
You got to be kidding.
And I think there was a prejudged before it even got here.
That's what you want to say out here.
That's what I want to say.
You don't want to defend your work. You don't
My
want to.
work is impeccable.
What about your bedside manner? Could
My
it be a little
bedside
bit
manner
better?
is impeccable as well. I always treat my clients with the utmost respect. It's just that this was an effort to get everything for free, and now she handed it to them. So go ahead. That's it. I'm done.
Well, wait, before you go. You want to protect your work and your
I tried.
word of mouth.
I tried to
How do you
protect my
think
work
this worked for
and
your
my
word
reputation
of mouth? How do you
because-
think this worked for you?
Well, I don't deal with clients like this ever.
Okay.
In the last 20 years that I've been a photographer.
All right.
I've never had clients like this.
Okay, down this way. Okay. Step on in here. Here come the newlyweds with 2/3 of your outlay back. Well, it's money, but it isn't pictures.
That's correct, but it's less of a hassle. What I have to go through in regards to what he did to us and the aggravation that we had to go through.
Did he ruin your big day?
Yeah, he did.
Really?
He did because I have no pictures, the pictures that he took of us prior to the wedding. I only have the ones that our guests took in the ceremony and in the reception, but the ones
Well,
prior
maybe
to
you
that
can
we haven't.
recreation. What do you think?
I would love
Maybe,
to.
yeah.
You gonna do it again?
Yes.
Pretend to get married again and
I
take
would.
pictures?
Yeah.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, the crazy thing here is the defendant was already paid in full. I think what happened here is he let his emotions get in the way of fulfilling his duties under the contract. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Whether it's routine maintenance, an emergency repair, or a dream project, Angie lets you compare quotes from multiple local pros, browse homeowner reviews, and even book a service instantly. Angie's been connecting people with skilled pros for nearly 30 years. So the next time you have a home project, bring it to Angie to get your job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
This is the plaintiff Kelly. She says she borrowed a former boyfriend's car, got pulled over by the cops, and got 4 tickets. The car had an expired inspection sticker, a cracked windshield, and plates from a stolen car on it. The defendant refuses to pay the tickets, which are officially on her record, and since she didn't have the money to pay them, her license got suspended. She's suing for $636, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Robert Lancelot. He says he and the plaintiff used to be good friends until all of this happened. He told her the car had a cracked windshield and expired inspection sticker, and because her boyfriend looked suspicious, she got pulled over. The plaintiff let the ticket she got go unanswered. That's her own fault. Her license got suspended, so he owes nothing. He's accused of suspending an ex.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff borrowed an ex-boyfriend's car and it got pulled over, and it turns out the car had unpaid tickets and her license got suspended. But the defendant says her problem is that her new boyfriend was suspicious. It's the case of suspicious eyes.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kelly, you've asked us not to mention your last name. You are suing your ex-boyfriend, Robert Lancelot, for $636 in tickets that you say he was supposed to pay for you that you got, and he didn't. Tell me what happened.
What happened was he let me borrow his car when
How did you two know each other?
We used to date when I was 18.
Oh, when you were...
Yeah, when we were a lot younger.
Okay. And why did you ask him for one?
Well, we were just hanging out one day, and he was nice enough to let me borrow his car.
Until when?
When there was no set date, to be honest with you.
So how long did you have his car?
I would say about a month.
Okay. For free?
Well, I was putting gas in it.
Yeah, that's the least you can do, is pay for your own darn gas. Okay. But he wasn't charging you for the use of the car. Okay. So anyway, go on.
What happened was he let me borrow the car. I got pulled over. I was with a friend who is now currently my boyfriend, and the cop pulled us over. And
why did you get pulled over?
Because originally for the seatbelt,
You weren't wearing your seatbelt?
I was just pulling off the curb, and the cop.
Was your car moving?
Get me? Yes.
Yeah. Then your seatbelt needs to be on. Go ahead.
So eventually, I got the tickets, and
What tickets did you get?
I received driving with no license at the time, but I had a license. I just didn't currently have it on me. And I also got no seatbelt, both me and my current boyfriend at the time, a cracked windshield, and an inspection sticker.
How was the windshield cracked?
It was cracked literally from the middle to the passenger side.
Did you not see that when you were driving?
No, I saw it, but I just didn't think it was anything.
Okay. So, and then what was the fourth ticket for?
The fourth ticket was inspection. That was over 60 days.
Over 60 days expired?
Yes.
And the inspection sticker is right there on the dash?
Well, what happened was after I received the tickets.
Oh, no. I mean before the tickets, did you know that it was expired?
He just told me to be careful with the inspection sticker.
Okay, but why would you have to be careful unless it's expired and you know it? Did you tell her it was expired?
Yes.
So you told her it's expired and be careful. Be careful what? Be careful to have, what do you?
No, I didn't say be careful. I said take care of it.
Take care of it, meaning what?
$37 it would have passed.
Okay. So according to you, you told her to take care of it. Now, according to you, you speak to him and you two arrive at some agreement that he's going to pay part of your tickets?
I told him that I would obviously take care of my tickets with the seatbelt and the license, and he told me that he would pay for the cracked windshield and the inspection sticker due to the fact that it was his car. I have the proof, actually.
Let me see. What kind of proof do you have?
A Facebook message.
Okay.
It's actually
You got all those tickets back and when?
I got that back 2 years ago, but I was pregnant and I was in and out of the hospital. And
Are you trying to explain why you didn't sue sooner? Is that what you're...
Well, that and also why I wasn't able to take care of them as soon.
You didn't take care of the tickets?
Well, I took care of my tickets.
Okay, the other two tickets were how much each?
I don't know what they were originally because
I
got them lowered, yes.
Well, in order for them to be lowered, they need to be hired. What happened? Did you ignore them?
No, I went to...
Did your license get suspended, honey?
Yes.
Okay. I want to take you back to when you got the tickets. According to you,
I don't
he
have
says...
the phone messages.
Just listen to me. According to you, he says to you, I'm going to take care of it. That's it? That's good enough for you? You don't make sure that they get taken care of so your license doesn't get suspended and stuff?
It was already suspended at that current moment.
What happened with the car?
He still has it.
Okay, so you gave him back the car
I gave him
when?
back
After the tickets?
Right after I received the tickets due to the fact that they told me that the plates were stolen.
Were the plates stolen?
So, would you borrow stuff from your ex?
No.
Why not?
Because it's like an old memory. You know, you kind of would just want to leave it in the past and not bring it up again, you know?
So you always have bad breakups, right?
I mean,
I
not
got
all
it.
the time.
I got it. What do you say?
An ex is an ex for a reason. Yeah, I wouldn't lend her anything.
Anybody would you borrow from your ex?
I would, but it depends on the situation.
Like a car?
It depends on how the breakup was. Like, how was the relationship you
I
had?
thought you were going to say on how good the car was. I get it, going inside the courtroom.
It was another car. My girlfriend at the time, before Kelly and me hung out, had taken my car, stolen it, and went down to Florida. The
And you
plates
never-
were sent back to me. I tried to take the...
What happened with the car that she stole?
Gone. Wasn't
Why
worth
does
going
a
after.
thief steal your car but return your plates?
By law, you have to.
But by law, you're not supposed to steal the car. She's not really involved with the law. She's not also, you're not making any sense to me. And according to you, there was ripped off of some other person named Lancelot, and he just ripped them off because they
No,
said because that doesn't sound like, that sounds like you might get caught too. Go ahead.
No, what happened was that they thought I was his ex-girlfriend that actually stole the plates because the
Right.
car was registered.
Oh, geez, how do you guys I'm afraid to let you cross the street. All right, so then what happens? Did you ever tell her that you were going to pay those tickets? What'd you post on her Facebook account?
I don't remember, honestly.
I have it on my phone also, if you don't believe it.
Please respond. Are you serious about trying to be friends with me?
Because he tried
why?
to-
Because you guys didn't talk to each other after
We
this?
didn't talk after he found out that I was pregnant and that I was getting engaged.
Did you have a baby?
Yes.
So you think he was trying to get back with you?
If you read the conversation, yes.
How much? I'll pay. I love you. I don't want to lose a friendship over this. I would have to call tomorrow and check. You do know you hurt me. You hurt me too, Cal. I'll take care of the tickets if you and the baby move in and we get married. Did you really say that?
Yeah?
Did you really mean it?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's some other guy's baby and he's with her. All right. Whoa, we need to seriously talk, she says. Listen, stop overthinking. I'm kidding. Cal, relax. LOL. I'm trying to make you mine and no one else's. How'd you guys break up?
How?
Yeah, I mean, I know
Which
you were young,
time?
but, huh?
Which time?
We were young.
We were
How old are you now?
I'm going to be 31 in May.
Oh, this was a long time ago.
Maybe.
Okay, and do you feel like you should be paying these tickets?
No.
But you would if she moved in with you and made a family?
That's 50-50. It's what you do.
Okay. All he did was loan you the car, okay? It's not like he knew that it needed brakes and didn't tell you, and then you got into an accident because the brakes didn't work. That's a bad thing. But when a guy just says, here's a car, you need to make sure it's roadworthy and everything. You're doing everything you need to do in order to be able to drive it without getting tickets. You have eyeballs. Make sure the cars you put on the road do not have a big old crack in the windshield and do not have an expired registration. These are your responsibility, not his. Verdict in this case is for the defendant. Good luck.
So Judge rules responsibility belongs to you, the plaintiff. You lose your case, and what's your feeling on the judgment?
I don't think it's fair. I think that if you make a promise, if you're going to pay, then you should pay.
Mm-hmm. You took the car, and what's your responsibility in the whole thing?
I paid my half of my tickets.
Mm-hmm. You two didn't even look at each other when you left the courtroom. Why not?
There's no reason to.
No?
No.
All right. Follow Officer McIntosh around the corner here. All right, step on in here. Also, you were avoiding eye contact, too. What are you thinking?
Just, it happens, and we're no longer friends. That's it. You live, you learn, and don't let anybody borrow your car.
Mm-hmm. What clouded your judgment at the time?
Everything not working. I got a house to pay for by myself. It's rough. It's hard living by
Your
yourself.
feelings for her, too?
Yeah, of course. Always will.
Still have them?
Yeah.
Harvey?
You know, you have a duty to reasonably inspect, and if you kind of close your eyes, it's your fault. She could have seen by just looking that the windshield was cracked and that the car didn't have proper registration. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Prince Lindo. He says he purchased new tires and rims from the defendant, but the guy never delivered. He tried and tried to get the wheels put on his truck. The defendant gave him one sob story after another, and he got tired of waiting around. He ultimately went out and purchased them somewhere else, because if you snooze, you lose. He's suing for $3,500, the amount he paid plus interest. This is the defendant, Kelvin George. He says he special ordered the plaintiff's 22-inch chrome rims and did everything in his power to get the guy to return to his shop so they could be installed. The louse then tried to back out of the deal, called his credit card company to cancel, and they refused. So here they are. If anyone's owed money, it's him. He's accused of taking a really long time. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for storage and harassment.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff bought new tires and rims from the defendant and got stiffed. But the defendant says the rims were special ordered, but the guy tried to worm out of the deal. It's the case of rim shot.
Thank you, Douglas. Prince Lindo?
Yes.
You are suing Classic Cars and Tires Incorporated, represented here by Kelvin George. You are the owner?
Yes.
And this is?
The secretary.
His secretary, okay. For $3,500 that you say they owe you in the amount they charge your credit card for wheels, the interest charge, and the rest for aggravation. You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000 for harassment and storage. Okay, what happened?
On September the 22nd, I went into Mr. George's store to try to purchase some wheels for my truck. I was supposed to be traveling to Philadelphia on Friday, the 26th. I was going for a birthday party.
Okay.
So I asked Mr. George if he could get me these wheels in about a daytime.
But were they in stock?
No, I don't think he got them in stock, but he claimed that he was going to get them from New Jersey.
Okay.
Which is right across the river.
Okay.
So he claimed that he's going to get them by the next day,
okay.
Which was, it was actually Monday I went into the store. So he was claiming by Tuesday he was going to get the wheels.
Okay,
tires.
but and didn't he tell you that Monday night that you had been, that it was already too late to order them for the next day?
That's exactly what happened.
So then Tuesday, he was going to order them and it would come in Wednesday?
Yes.
And the receipt, did you sign a receipt?
Yes.
And in the receipt, does it say anything about the delivery date?
No, you don't have a delivery date on there.
Nothing. It says nothing about I have to get them before Friday or I have to get them at our expected delivery X, nothing.
No.
Okay, so then do you get them Wednesday?
No, I did not.
What happens?
In fact, they said that they was going to come.
Who's they? Who did you talk to?
Mr. George. He
Himself?
said, yes, and the young lady.
Okay, on Wednesday, when nobody calls you, do you call them to find out?
On Tuesday morning, he was going to call me the first thing. He's going to order the wheels and then call me the first thing Tuesday morning.
And
I never received a telephone call from them Tuesday morning. I called them to be exact at 4, I think about 6 minutes after 4. On Tuesday evening.
Do you have a phone record?
Yes.
Let me see your phone records. And then you called him and said, hey, what's going on? And he said what?
Let's see. Actually, I spoke to her. I spoke to her
what did she
on
say?
Tuesday. And she said the wheel's going to come either Thursday or Friday.
Is that accurate?
No.
What did you tell him? Because
Well,
I assume that a buyer is going to ask, when are you going to have my wheels? So what did you tell him?
I told him that we ordered the wheels that same Tuesday, and it would take 4 to 5 business days because they're coming from California.
So according to you, you tell him 4 or 5 days and he's fine?
Yep. Yes.
And when you were selling him the wheels, did he say anything about the road trip and that he wanted him by Friday? Or at the time, everybody thought it wasn't going to be a problem because you were getting him from Jersey? What was discussed about when the wheels would be there?
He came. He said, how soon can you get wheels? I said, depends on where the wheels are coming from. We could get them soon. If it's New Jersey or Long Island, it's right here, so we could get them soon. If it's coming from California or another warehouse, then it takes more time. He said, okay. He paid the money like at the time of receipts and everything. It was like approximately 8 o'clock at night. So I couldn't make no phone calls, no order. So the next day, I made the phone calls and I ordered the wheels. He called in the morning. I was not there. Then he called back. He said, what's up with my wheel? I said, I already ordered the wheel. They're coming from California. He said, you sure you're going to get them? I said, yes.
Okay.
He said, okay, once you could get them, it's okay.
When did you receive the wheels?
I received the wheels on the Monday. I called him. He never picked up his phone. I even called him from my cell phone.
The Monday would be the 29th.
Right. That's when I received it.
Did he ever say to you when he was purchasing them that he wanted them for a weekend road trip?
No.
All right. When you say that these are custom wheels, as you said in your answer to the complaint, what does that mean that they're custom?
This was ordered especially for Sequoia.
For Sequoia.
Because you cannot put any wheel just on a car.
Okay, if it is not delivered on the exact day, can you cancel the contract?
Yes, because if I made a payment and I ordered this, it should be there on the exact day. I shouldn't have to wait an extra 2 days.
Well, you are fussy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So on the Monday when they come, what do? You call him, he doesn't answer you. When do you finally make contact with him?
October, I believe.
Because I called him from the store phone, he never picked up. Then one day in October, I think like October 7th,
okay,
I called him from my cell phone again. Then he picked up.
Okay.
I said, Mr. Lindo, your wheel's been here waiting for you a long time.
Right.
You never picked up your phone.
Right. And he said?
He said, I don't want these wheels. I canceled already.
I canceled already?
Yeah.
Who had you canceled with?
From the credit card company. I canceled the wheels since the Friday night.
Okay, but...
Since the Friday night when they couldn't deliver the wheels, because I called the store on Friday too.
Well, you didn't call the store on Friday until 5:15.
Yeah, because they never called me. She told me that I was going to get the wheels by Thursday or Friday. I said, give me a day.
And you deny ever having said that?
No. And I called him the Friday also at night.
Well, here's the thing. You bought the wheels elsewhere, right?
No, I bought different wheels, not the same particular wheels.
Right, and you spent $1,400 on those
$20,
wheels,
yes.
as opposed to the $2,100 plus tax. And then
he swiped my card for $2,200 and something because I told him to only put $1,000 because I was offering to pay him cash for the wheels. I was in a Susu. I was supposed to get the Susu hand.
You were in a Susu,
yeah.
Okay. And
so
now
I was
a
supposed to get the
Susu,
hand,
for those who don't know what a Susu is, I love this concept. Explain what a Susu is. Where are you from?
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. We're actually from the same country.
Okay. Oh, that's sad. All right. So a susu is when
a group of people.
A group of people get together. Everybody puts the same amount, and then every week it's like a forced savings. So it's 20 people. Everybody puts $200, and then every week somebody gets the whole pot of whatever
Until
amount.
The 22 people get their hand.
The whole. So it's not a pyramid scheme. It's self-contained forced savings. All right. So you were expecting your susu money.
Right.
Okay.
I explained that to him. So I tell him only put $1,000 on the card because he said I have to put something down.
Yeah, but you signed the receipt for 2,000 something.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Let me see the receipt for the wheels that you bought elsewhere. And while you're looking for that, when you finally make contact with him, he tells you, I canceled that, I don't want it. And how did you two leave it?
He said he canceled. So I called the credit card company and I asked them if there's a dispute on this purchase. And they said yes.
Right, so you fought them, you won.
And I told them, and they said okay.
Okay, so the credit card company gave you back the money.
Yes.
And then you sued him for the money plus all the interest charges for all these months that you've had that on your credit card, and then an additional $1,084 for aggravation to get to the nice round figure of $3,500. You're suing him for $5,000 for storage fees and harassment. Tell me about that.
Okay, I have since September 29th this merchandise in my store. He never came to pick them up. I never know he canceled until October. And he comes like 3 times with they're harassing, cursing, or this is a bubble. You charge my card 2 times. How can
This
you
is a what?
This is a bubble. This is a scam.
Wait, I want to learn that word.
It's like bubble and scam, the same thing.
Bubble?
Yeah, bubble is like
okay.
Yeah.
And it means scam?
Yeah.
Like fugazi?
Right.
Okay.
And he
Got
came
it.
like 3 times.
Okay.
Telling them bad things.
That we are doing scams in the store. Don't buy
Till
from
the
here.
cops had to tell him to leave.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Where are the wheels now?
I still have them.
Did you try to get the wheels?
No.
No,
I
you
did
wouldn't
not.
get the. He wouldn't take the wheels.
No.
So that's what it was. All right, I'm ready. Here's the thing that is the problem for you. Okay, you order some wheels and they're special for your car. Okay, and here it is, your receipt from his company ordering them. Nowhere on there does it say anything about time is of the essence, or this will be delivered by Wednesday, or for delivery before Friday, or any other thing that you are alleging. It's important because you're saying, well, Judge, they breached a material part of the contract, which is that I'd get them by Friday, and yet it's not in your contract, that part. Then I see you on the Saturday that you're supposed to be in Philadelphia for the weekend buying cheaper wheels and rims somewhere else. So I'm not sure what it is you feel gives you the right to back out of this contract. If you want to say that the whole deal was based on getting them Friday, that really ought to be in your contract, and it's not. And the evidence here is supporting them, not you. I'm not going to order him to pay storage fees. You have his money for the tires. I am not going to order them to pay interest charges or aggravation. Those are his tires. Where are the tires now? They're there. They're your tires. Go pick them up, and if you don't pick them up, then they're considered abandoned after 30 days, and you can attempt to resell them or do whatever you need to do. So that's my ruling. They're his tires. Go ahead and pick them up. On your lawsuit against him, 0, and on his lawsuit against you, 0.
All right, plaintiff's out here. He's not happy, of course, about the outcome, but those are your tires over there to go be picked up. What are you going to do next here, Hannah?
Man, I just think this is stupid, you know. They're very dishonest. And I was told that after I leave the store, I was told that they wasn't going to give me my money. Even though they couldn't deliver this stuff, you're not going to get your money from these people.
Well, your contract didn't support your case.
Yeah, but it wasn't a contract. We're from the same country because we're from Trinidad and Tobago.
So you expected like a
right, you know, yeah,
quid pro quo.
Yeah, it's just dishonesty. I don't think anybody's supposed to go to that store to do anything.
All right, you going to pick up your tires? They're yours.
Whatever it is what it is, you know.
All right, okay.
Hopefully, maybe I'll leave it with them.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, he expected, since you're from the same country, so he expected a better outcome here from you.
It's not much to say. He purchased them, I ordered them, I had them in stock. I've been holding them since September. He could come pick them up.
You like the way this bobo got resolved?
It's okay. He could come pick them up if he wants.
He might not do it, so it doesn't matter to you, either way.
Either way.
Harvey?
Okay, we have talked about this before, Kurt, but when you have a contract and time really matters, write the words, time is of the essence. They are magic words in the law.